Welcome to the Australian National Botanic Gardens and the plants of the Flower, Fruit and Foliage Walk of the 16th of June 2021.
Pimelia physodes, or quailip bell, has grey-green foliage, reddish stems, and pendant green bracts enclosing the small flower with dark red outer bracts. This plant is native to southwest and Western Australia and is considered the standout of the genus.
Xerochrysum bracteatum, lemon monarch, is a paper daisy with large lemon heads with gold centers and soft green foliage.
As you walk into the Banksia garden, one of the first plants you see is Banksia menziesii, Menzies Banksia or firewood Banksia, a small tree or shrub with oblong, toothed green leaves and deep pink to red flowers. This plant is native to the south coast of Western Australia around Perth.
Banksia boweri, woolly Banksia or possum Banksia, has dark green toothed foliage and gray furry flowers. These flowers can be very large when the plant is mature and sometimes age to orange. This plant is native to the south coast of Western Australia.
Banksia solandri, or Sterling Range Banksia, has dull green oak-like leaves. This plant was named after the Swedish botanist Daniel Solander, 1733 to 1782, who accompanied Joseph Banks on Cook's first voyage. This plant is native to a restricted area of the Sterling Ranges in Western Australia.
Banksia hookeriana, or Hooker's Banksia, is an upright, slender shrub with green toothed foliage and orange flowers developing from felty white buds. This plant is native to the area between Perth and Geraldton in Western Australia.
Banksia ericifolia Little Eric is a compact form of a classic Australian native, which was one of the first to be domesticated and has been grown in the UK since the late 18th century. This small plant has cylindrical orange flowers with maroon styles and bushy green needle foliage.
Banksia spinulosa, coastal cushion, has pale yellow cones on a prostrate bush of bright green foliage. This plant is a coastal form of Banksia spinulosa.
Banksia oblongifolia is a small shrub with oblong leaves and yellow flowers. This plant grows along the eastern coast of Queensland and New South Wales between Bundaberg and Ulladulla.
Banksia marginata, or silver banksia, carries short yellow-green flowers on attractive dark green foliage with silver backs. This plant is native to southeastern Australia, including Tasmania.
Banksia occidentalis, or red swamp banksia, is a tall shrub or small tree with whorled, linear green leaves and lime green buds developing into golden flowers with prominent red styles. This plant is native to the south coast of Western Australia.
Banksia robur, or swamp banksia, has long egg-shaped leaves which are shiny on top and dull underneath. This plant grows along the eastern mainland coast of Australia, usually in sandy or swampy conditions. The bushes are bluish-green when young, developing into yellow-green and then rusty brown as they age.
Banksia ornata, or desert banksia, has attractive dense green foliage and greyish-cream flowers. This plant was named for its distinguished foliage from the Latin ornata, meaning decorated. This plant is native to the Grampians and the big and little deserts of Victoria, as well as southeast and South Australia, including Kangaroo Island.
Banksia media, or southern plains banksia, has broad-toothed leathery leaves and bright yellow flowers. This plant is native to the south coast of Western Australia.
Banksia blacknifolia has green, leathery, fishbone foliage, showing attractive yellow-green new growth in contrast to the older dark green leaves. This ground-hugging banksia is native to a small area of southern Western Australia near Gibson.